game. This is a fucking game. Gotta keep my hat curved, because that's how I did it where I'm from. Man, you know what? I've been in this industry a long time. A real long time. I'm talking like 1999 is when I started at Weeder Publications. I was a young buck. And I've seen a lot of shit. I've seen a lot of supplements come and go. I've seen a lot of media smears, and I actually got an article sent to me by my man John over at VPX. And I'll tell you what, I would read the whole thing, but Jack Owalk, I love you, bro, but man, you guys, you write a lot of stuff and you get your point across, but this will be a 40-minute video. So I'm gonna read the intro, the outro, and then go into my thoughts on the entire situation at hand. Now I'm gonna link it down below. I encourage you to go to this. It's on vpxsports.com. Consumer Reports, Conspirators in Mass Fraud and Deception. Now, what I'm gonna go to is do not always believe what you read or see in the media. And I'm gonna go to some reasons why. Recently, I believe a couple retailers have pulled AMP. Basically, here's the thing. AMP, or DMBA, is a naturally occurring constituent contained in the most consumed beverage on planet Earth, which is tea. AMP has proven to be found in the Poochong tea, not the Poontang tea, although that's my favorite kind of tea, by the extensive testing as meticulously outlined below. AMP has been consumed in the food supplied by humans for thousands of years in Poochong tea and is 100% DSHEA compliant. That's basically the Food and Drug Act, where it's the Supplement Act, essentially, that made it so if it's naturally occurring, dietary supplements can't exist. You just have to show that they're naturally occurring and yada, yada, yada. So, DSHEA protects consumers' rights to readily have access to supplements. The National Health and Freedom Act calls DSHEA a fundamental cornerstone of health and freedom in our country. And it was on October 25th, 1994. Clinton signed it into act. By the way, read this article, has all that shit in there. Then we go to the conclusion, okay? It goes into a lot of, Jack explains the shit out of things. Jack isn't I've known Jack since 99. Jack and I go way back. So I'm scrolling through again. The article's long, so grab a cup of coffee and go to town, because it is interesting to read. In conclusion, AMP, or DMBA, is a naturally occurring constituent containing the most consumed beverage on planet Earth, found in Poochong tea, consumed in the supply. Now here's the deal. USA Today and Consumer Reports attacked the industry, saying that AMP is a drug, it's right up there with DMAA, it's not naturally occurring, and according to the VPX article, I am not privy to a lot of things, it is incorrect. Now I want to go into why we as consumers need to, kind of have our ears perk up and not panic every time you see an attack on the supplement industry. Now, I will tell you this, I just told a vendor today who called selling supplements, they're selling steroids, basically legal steroids, pro steroids, whatever you want to call them, trenbolone derivative, that they're really fucking it up for the rest of us in this industry. Now, DMBA or AMP, I do not believe is on the same playing field as them. Now, because this is being used by large companies rather than fringe companies, this is going to be scrutinized rather than scrutinizing the smaller companies who are literally putting steroids on the market, which I feel is wrong. While I am a libertarian and I believe that drugs such as steroids should be legalized, and I believe the banning of steroids in 1990 was stupid, and even the DEA said it was stupid, I do believe that if it is against the law, we should not be putting it in bottles, moving a molecule to the left, and saying, hey, it's fucking fine, because it isn't fine. It's breaking the law, and it posts a negative light on the entire industry. While I am a libertarian and all for pro-drug, so to speak, pro-legalization, I am not for the breaking of laws unless they're successfully overturned through lobbying and other methods, rather than just breaking the shit out of the law. With that being stated, a couple years ago, we had the Consumer Reports article on arsenic and all that other shit found in whey protein. Now, I remember talking to Jim Stepani about this over sushi back when this first hit. And the thing is, it's a naturally occurring constituent within the food supply. So the levels they were testing at, if you compared it to other foods, were not even that high. It's a trace element, it's found, it's there, it is what it is. It's not like companies are putting arsenic in their whey. It's just that it's naturally occurring. Now, also the testing methods must have been flawed because other tests done by third-party labs were completely different. Now, lab tests, at the end of the day, they're somewhat accurate, but they can be misrepresented. Because at the end of the day, it's just somebody reading a control versus the sample. So if I sent the same sample to 3 different labs, most of the time we get 3 different results varying by 10 to 30%. I've done it, and that's just my experience with labs. Now, another thing we look at is ephedra. Ephedra, okay, it had its issues, but you also realize that the conditions that they were citing, like the football player dying, he was 340 pounds. He was running in a rubber suit, dehydrated, trying to lose weight, and was unhealthy to begin with because he should not have been that fucking big and fat. God rest his soul. But at the end of the day, the baseball player, the pitcher, who knows what else they were on. That's like making a statement that Michael Jackson drank water the day he died, therefore water killed him. Just because they found Xenadrin in his locker does not mean that killed him. That is a stupid, false statement. I'm just sick and tired of consumers and Americans and citizens around the world and Australians and you people in the UK, British people, whatever the fuck you call yourself. I'm tired of everybody taking the media who is bought and paid for by the government for the most part, who does what it takes to get that special interview. You think if they're not gonna go along with the government wants, with Big Pharma, who's a big lobbyist and the government wants, a big donation supply, wants, you don't think they're gonna get that special interview with Obama on Nightline? You don't think they're gonna get all those special perks? No, they're playing the game. And part of the game is to lobby to the fucking government. And at the end of the day, I saw this firsthand at Weider. Let's just say that certain politicians might not like supplements, but they like the money we put in their pocket for their campaigns. And I'm not gonna name names, but let's just say I played a part in some of those exchanges. And you know what? I don't feel dirty about it because it is what it fucking is. A lot of you guys don't realize I go back. I've played a part in a lot of this in the history of the industry. So, you know, whatever. I was there, I witnessed it. Okay, whatever. That's besides the point. The point is that before you jump to conclusions saying that X is a drug or X is this, there are drugs on the market, and I'm wholeheartedly against them, and I think they should be pulled off the market before it makes us all look bad. Okay, before it just makes us look stupid like we're trying to kill people, because at the end of the day, the oral steroids that are for sale on the supplement market are fucking hepatotoxic, they're dangerous, and the companies who are selling them should be put out of business immediately. And you guys know who I'm talking about. I'm friends with them publicly, I'm friends with them privately, but they know what they're doing is fucking wrong and they're just trying to make a quick buck. I am all for the legalization of steroids, however, that's not the fucking way to do it. So with that said, I want you to go to VPX's website. Okay, they use this AMP in their product. It's a very effective. I've never tried it. I gotta be real, I've never tried AMP. I think I had it in a pre-workout I tried. I don't fucking know. My adrenals died like 12 years ago, okay? But at the end of the day, it is a supplement that I believe, based on what I'm reading here, is DSHEA compliant. As for its safety, I haven't looked into LD50 or any of that. I'm not too up on it. I've done some preliminary research. I'm not overly like, oh my God, this is the next big thing, but I don't believe it should have been slammed like this in the USA Today and Consumer Reports. But at the end of the day, you're the consumer. You're also a citizen of whatever country you're in, whether it be Australia, the UK, America, whatever other country. And assuming that you're living in a republic or a democracy, it's your right to go to the government and say, you know, this is bullshit. And write your congressman, write your senator, write whatever you call those people in Australia. I don't fucking know. But at the end of the day, man, it's your decision, it's your call. Just don't take what the media says as gospel, because chances are it was bought, paid for, or exchanged for an interview or some other bullshit with somebody. So that's the article. I'm linking it below. Again, please go there, read it. It's written by Jack Owak, CEO. I've known Jack for years. That's pretty much it, guys. Appreciate you watching this. Just had to kind of get that out there. No one's really talked about the AMP thing, and I'm talking about it now. I'm Marc Lobliner, TigerFitness.com! Because naturally occurring shit that's called non-naturally occurring. It's not a game!
I'm just gonna tell you guys, it's not a game!
Oh, that's what's up!